Hello, my dear students. I am Miss Serena Alton de Silva. How are you all? Hoping that you all are safe at home. So, are you all missing school? Yes, I am sure you all are missing school. But don't worry, very soon we'll be back in school. Till then, let's start our studies through online teaching. I'll be teaching you all mathematics. Let's start with the first chapter, Basic Concepts in Geometry. The topics which we'll be studying are points, lines and line segments, rays, plane, parallel lines and intersecting lines, concurrent lines and concurrent points, collinear points and non-collinear points. So, what is a point? If we take a pencil and make a dot on a sheet of a paper, it is said as a point. You may have seen the rangoli dots while making rangoli. These dots are also points. So let's learn about points. A point is shown by a tiny dot. A point can be given a name. Capital letters of the alphabets are used to name a point. In the figure above, the points A, B and K are shown. Lines. What are lines? When we take two points and try to join them, it forms a line. A line is a set of numerous points. But if you see in the figure, you can see only 2 points. It doesn't mean that a line is made up of only 2 points. A line has infinite number of points. But when we show it on a line, we show only the points which are required. And in order to name a line, we only show 2 points. A line has no specific length. Yes, my dear students, you can see in the above figure, there are 2 arrows at both the ends. These arrows tells us that a line can be extended from both the direction. The above line can be named as line L, line PQ or line QP. Line segments. A line segment is a part of a line. It has a definite length. Yes, and therefore you can see in the picture that a segment has 2 points at the end and they do not have arrows. That tells us that a line segment cannot be extended from both the ends. A line segment has a fixed length and it is written as segment AB or segment BA in the above figure. What is a ray? Look at the above. two pictures. What do you see? You see a torch. The light rays from the torch starts from a point and goes forward continuously in one direction. In the next picture, the sun rays starting from the sun and goes forward in all direction. So what is a ray? A ray is also a part of a line. It starts from one point and goes continuously in same direction. Starting point of a ray is called its origin. In the above figure, point P is the origin. Arrow shows that the ray is infinite in the direction of point Q. Yes, you can see in the above figure that point P has a dot, whereas the direction of the arrow tells us that we can extend the ray PQ towards the direction of the arrow. It is also important to know how it is read. A ray is always read from the origin. The above ray is read as ray PQ. Ray PQ is not read as ray QP. So always remember that a ray is read from the origin. That means if you read it as ray QP, it will be wrong. Now what is a plane? Yes, you can see two pictures here. The first picture is of a table. A table has a flat surface at the top. And the second picture shows the blackboard. A blackboard also has a flat surface. So what is a plane? A flat surface is called a plane, which extends indefinitely in all directions. The name of the plane in the picture is plane H, and the alphabet is placed inside the plane, in the interior of the plane. Parallel lines. Students, we have studied about lines, but now what are parallel lines? The lines which lie in the same plane but do not intersect are said to be parallel to each other. If you see in the above picture, you will see that there are two lines which are placed in such a way that even if you extend them from both the sides, they will never meet. This tells us that these lines are parallel lines. Then what are intersecting lines? If two lines of the plane are not parallel, then they intersect at a point. Such lines are called intersecting lines. If you see in the picture, you will see there are two lines which are intersecting at a common point. Concurrent lines and point of concurrence. Look at the picture. You will see there are many lines. But can you see, children, that all these lines are intersecting? And yes, you all can see that They all are intersecting at a single point. So what are concurrent lines? An infinite number of lines can be drawn through one point. Such lines are called as concurrent lines. When two or more lines pass through the same point, they are called as concurrent lines. And the common point is called the point of concurrence. So in this picture, you will see that point O, which is at the center, will be called as point of concurrence. And all these lines will be said as concurrent lines. Students, if we take 2 points and try to pass a line which will pass through both the points, how many such lines can pass through both the points? Yes, there is only one line which will pass through both the points, and therefore we study that one and only one line can be drawn through two distinct points. Collinear points and non-collinear points. Students, you can see above there are 3 points. If I ask you how many lines can pass through all the 3 points? Yes, there cannot be a single line which can pass through all the 3 points. And such points through which a single line cannot be drawn are called as non-collinear points. You can try this in your rough book. Draw 3 points at 3 corners of the page and then try to draw a single line which will pass through all the 3 points. Can you draw a line? No. Such points are called as non-collinear points. But just see the figure which is below. You can see that a line is passing through all the 3 points. Such points which lie on the same line are called collinear points. With this, we finished with our lesson. And now, let's practice some sums from the practice set. Practice set 1, which is on page number 4 and 5 of your textbook. Look at the question properly. They have given a figure. And the question is, look at the figure alongside and name the following. First, collinear points. Students, I have explained to you all what are collinear points. The points which lie on the same line are called as collinear points. So if you look in the figure, which points lie on the same line? Yes, point M, point O and point T are the 3 points which lie on one line. Yes, and there is one more example. Point R, point O and point N. Even these 3 points lie on the same line. So, our collinear points are point MOT and the second set of collinear points RON. Remember one important thing, that when you mention a point, you need to put a comma after every point, which is very important. Second, rays. I have explained you what are rays. A ray has a point at one end and an arrow at the other. So what are rays? Rays have a point at one end and an arrow at the other end, and we name the ray from the origin. So in the figure, we have the ray OM, ray OP, ray ON, ray OT, ray OS and ray OR. Third, line segments. Segments have points at both the ends. So in the figure, we have segment MT, segment RN, segment OP, segment ON, segment OT, segment OS, segment OR and segment OM. You can write the short form of segment as seg, S-E-G. Fourth, lines. We have studied that lines have arrows at both the ends. So here in the figure, we have line MT and line RN. In the second sum, they have given the figure where there is a line L which has points A, B, C and D. And we have to write the different names of the line. As I told you, a line is made with numerous points. So you can take any 2 points from the above figure and name it as a line. So we can name it as line AB, line AC, line AD, line BC, line BD and line CD. Match the following. First, it has arrows at both the end. So it's a line. Second, it has points at both the end. So it is a line segment. Third, it is a flat surface. So it is a plane. Fourth, it has a point at one end and an arrow at the other end. So it is a ray. Question number 4. Observe the figure below and name the parallel lines, the concurrent lines and the points of concurrence in the figure. Parallel lines, the lines which will never meet. That is, line A and line P are parallel to each other. We also have some other set of parallel lines. If you observe, line B, M and Q are parallel to each other. That is, they will never meet. So we have 2 sets of parallel lines, line A and line P, and the other set, line B, M and Q. Concurrent lines, the lines which pass through a single point. Line A, line B, line C and line AC are concurrent lines. We have another set of concurrent lines, that is line P, line Q and line AD. Now point of concurrence. Point A and point D are the point of concurrence. Students, I have given you an activity from your textbook which is on page number 4. So please solve this. Homework. Complete the activity and practice set 1 in your 200 pages short notebook. Thank you.